G'day, g'day, my name's Jim and today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the Ozito 18-volt portable miter saw after 2 years of use. So stick around. So before we get started, you need to know I bought this out of my own money. I get nothing for doing this, but people who like, comment and subscribe, no manufacturers or retail know who the hell I am, and every time I go to Bunnings, I wear my welding gloves so they can't recognise me. See, I'm clever, aren't I? The Ozito 18-volt portable miter saw is available from Bunnings for 129 Australian dollars. 0 to 45 degree bevel and 0 to 45 degree miter cut. It also boasts a laser line that I've had to turn off all the lights so you can actually see it, and a work light. Well, I don't think I'm going to be doing too much carpentry in the dark. Not with that light anyway. Also comes with a material clamp, which I'm pretty sure I lost the first day. She's made out of metal and plastic, and with a 3-amp battery without the extensions and clamps and all the rest of that bullshit. So it's around 8.5 kilo mark, which is pretty light for a drop saw. So I saw this in Bunnings a couple of years ago and thought, oh look, it's a little tiny baby saw, isn't it cute? And so I bought it and dragged it 300 kilometres out into the bush onto a professional job. It actually came in handy as cutting the lengths of decking on the job. We had no mains, and most of our stuff had to be done with a Jenny. So listening to a Jenny pumping around all fucking day is an absolute pain in the arse. So whatever you could do on battery power is really good. That way you can just charge your shit up later. Very first thing I had to do was rip out one of the safety catches, as it was almost impossible to use the bloody saw with it in there. On the handle, you have to pull this switch to the right, then pull the trigger in, then at the same time, you have to press this button to be able to close the saw. That's just way too much bullshit to go through 400 times a day, so I disabled the third button. I broke it with a screwdriver or something. Look, it was either that or I was going to hurl it off the deck with a few quotes from the tradie's handbook of swear words. I actually like this bit. They've stuffed an Allen key in the back of the handle and a blade lock down the side so you can stop the blade from spinning when you're trying to remove the bolt. On each end is a little mini built-in extension, just in case you need a few extra inches to get the job done. Okay, so look, depending on what you're doing, this could come in real handy. If you have a room you're wanting to do the skirting boards or picture rails, and this is not something you're planning on doing heaps of, or perhaps you're someone that makes picture frames or little coffee tables, light and portable battery operated is more important than speed and power, then this is something that'll probably work for you. If you want to build a stud wall and you've got a metric shit ton of 45 by 90s to cut, then this will drive you insane. Oh, look, it will cut it, but it'll take so bloody long. Even cutting 18mm hardwood decking was rather slow, but it was certainly worth it compared to having a petrol generator roaring away beside you all day. Okay, so how about we give this a bit of a score? So portability is good. Anything under 10k for a drop saw is bloody great. Half of my saws take 2 blokes to lift them. Build quality is not too bad. The casings are getting a little bit oxidised and corroded, but if I was a little nice to it and squirted it with a bit of diesel, then it'd probably help. Battery life when chopping through a 4x2 is obviously not good. You might get 5 minutes out of a 3-amp battery, but if you're doing what it's meant for, a 4 or 5-amp battery could probably last you all day. Price is very reasonable. I think that's definitely on the mark. Sound level. The sound of this saw is actually really good. It's very quiet. Obviously, it's going to be a bit louder depending on what wood you're chopping, but still, my saws, again, extremely loud without even putting a piece of wood anywhere near them. Okay, so a quick summary. I think it's a good saw. I think the build quality is pretty good for the price. If you're someone that makes model airplanes, doll houses, bird houses, mail houses, or if you don't have a lot of room or don't want to make a shitload of noise, this could be something worth considering. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, you know what to do, and if you didn't, you know what to do, and if you don't know what to do, then you better comment below. As per usual, you'll be good, you'll stay safe, and we'll see you round like a rissole, trendsetters. Play that techno! When I wake up, and I know I'm gonna be the man who... Techno.
Cosmopolitan Rave.
If you like my videos, here's a few more for you to watch. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so you don't miss my next video, which will be out in a couple of days.